So I'm out just setting up camp for the evening and just doing the job of kind of gathering some firewood, and it's just a great opportunity to talk a little bit more about improvisation, and I mentioned this in the foundation sort of approach, but it's always nice to see some examples in action. So what I've actually got here is a small power line running out to a small settlement much further down from where I am, and it's routinely sort of deforested under the power line, so obviously the saplings don't go up and interfere with the lines. And you see there's this sort of wet snow falling right now, and it would mean if I was sort of picking up these branches, even if I was clearing them first, in no time at all my gloves would get absolutely soaking wet, and that's really undesirable for me. Now I'm prepared for that contingency. I've got my fire going already, so if my gloves did get wet I'd dry them out, but to avoid that would be desirable. So basically what I've just done is instantly fashioned out of this small section of rope I've got with me a loop in one end, and this can be any loop, an overhand loop, whatever the case may be. So it just means, quite simply, by threading that through, it gives me great purchase on this tree, but without having to kind of grab it and yank it and get my hands all wet, because my rope's nice and dry. So then I can sort of get working on this tree, dragging it out of the snow to where I want it to, and then start to process it down, because obviously I'm going to take it in these large lengths down to the fire pit. I don't want to process it here and then carry it armful by armful down at the fire pit. The reason for that being, again, further compromising my closing system. If I'm cutting it, it's lying around in the wet snow, and then I'm gathering up the armfuls, now my jacket and everything's getting wet. So much nicer to be dragging it along behind me, or getting a number of them together could be more efficient, and dragging them that way. So just one example of improvisation or adaptation of a task, and if I think of any more then I'll sure to film for you guys.